All right, how are we doing? And welcome to this video. Now, chances are, if you are watching this video, you probably commented on one of my reels and you've ended up here. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background about me. Not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and give you a 20-minute backstory, but it's going to be something that relates to what I'm about to teach you now. So my name's Kyle Martin. I'm the owner of Olympus Training, and I used to be a bodybuilder, and now I dive more into the hybrid athlete realm. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Everything that I do, and something that I wish I had when I first started. If I had this plan and this framework when I first started getting to running, it would have made my journey so much easier, and I would have made results so much quicker. All right, so tap into this, lock in, get your notes out if you need to, and we'll get into it. So if you want to become a jacked hybrid athlete, then use this plan, use this framework, and implement it, and I guarantee you will see results. So here is what I used to look like when I was doing bodybuilding, a little bit fluffy, a little bit chunky, doing bigger bulks than probably what I should be doing. Then I started getting to more the hybrid athlete realm, and now I currently look like this from the framework that I am about to show you. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to look exactly like me. I'm just showing you that the framework gets results. You are going to get your own results. I'm going to get my own results. But at the end of the day, we're going to get fucking results. So let's get into it. So here is the hybrid athlete framework. So if you are just starting out and getting to running for the first time, I would highly recommend just 3 gym sessions and 3 runs. When you get a little bit more advanced, you can bump your way up to 5 runs. But for now, I just want you to focus on 3 gym sessions and 3 runs per week. So for your runs, you're going to keep it very simple. Everything about this is just keeping everything very, very simple. You're going to do an easy run, a speed run, and a long run. If you don't know what these mean, don't worry. Later on in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what an easy run, speed run, and a long run looks like and what it entails. So about your runs, 80% of these runs should be easy and the other 20% should be hard. So if you're running 3 days per week, an easy run, a speed run, and a long run. If you're running 5 days per week, you're going to do 3 easy runs, a speed run, and a long run. So majority of the runs that you do are going to be easy and at a conversational pace, which again, I'll get into more later. Now, for your gym sessions, I played around with a few different splits before, and what I find to be the best is going to be a 3-day upper, lower, upper split. I have tried the 3-day full body split, and having the 3 times frequency per week can fatigue you a little bit throughout the week. So that's the biggest thing with hybrid training that you need to work on, is actually how to manage your fatigue throughout the week, because you're combining 2 different disciplines. So you're adding a whole nother bunch of fatigue onto what you're already doing with your gym sessions. All right. So how we're going to structure our gym sessions is going to be a low volume, high intensity approach. All right. So we're going to have high quality sessions. It's going to be 2 sets per exercise. We're going to work within the 4 to 10 rep range and get strong on key lifts. Now, most of your compound lifts are going to be within the 4 to 8 rep range, or maybe even 4 to 6, and getting strong in there. Now, for your single joint movements, like your lateral raises, your bicep curls, and your tricep extension, you can go a little bit higher up into the 8 and 10, just because sometimes if you are going heavy, it can be a lot of load on a single joint. So all your rep range will be from 4 to 10. Now, again, because we are trying to manage fatigue, we're not going to complete failure. That's not what we want to do. If you do that, you are going to fast track your way to get injured. So we want to leave at least 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Now, week set volume is going to be anywhere from 5 to 10. This is the sweet spot where you can get a lot of stimulus and you can also rest and recover from it. If you start doing 10, 12, 15 plus sets per week, it's going to be too much to recover from, and it is just going to be hell. You're not going to be able to progress on all your stuff. Everything's going to feel heavy, and it's just not going to be fun. All right. So that is the running and the gym side of it. Again, 3 runs per week and 3 gym sessions. Now, for your weekly layout, I've got, if you're going to do 3 runs per week, 4 runs per week, or 5 runs per week, and how you should structure it. Majority of you watching this are going to be in the 3 runs per week. All right. So you're going to stick to this for the first several months. You're really going to get consistent at going for your runs and building muscle in the gym. So how that's going to look is you're going to be doing Monday is going to be an upper session. Tuesday is going to be a speed work. Wednesday is a leg day. Thursday, an easy run. Friday is going to be your second upper body day. Saturday is going to be your long run. And then Sunday is going to be your rest day. Now, once you follow that for a few months and you want to start doing a little bit more runs, you can transition into 4 runs per week. This is where we start kind of dipping into double training days. But the only thing we're adding on is more easy runs, because again, majority of our work should be easy runs so that we can rest and recover from them. So everything's going to look the same. The only thing that we're changing here is we're adding an easy run on your Monday upper day. Everything else stays the same. Tuesday speed, Wednesday legs, Thursday easy, Friday upper, Saturday long, Sunday rest. Now, once you do that for the next, few months or several months, and you want to start doing 5 runs per week, this is where you're going to be quite advanced. And this is where we're dipping into multiple double sessions throughout the week. So this is where nutrition timing and how to fuel properly throughout your runs, how to manage your sodium level and your carb intake, that's going to be very important. So this one here is quite advanced. So I would recommend staying within the 3 runs per week, get good at that, and then you can transition to 4 runs. And then later on, when you're more advanced, you can get into the 5 runs per week. But again, the structure of everything stays the same. We just add on one more easy run, and that's going to be on the Wednesday. So for your leg day, you're going to pair that with an easy run. Everything else stays the same. Monday and upper with an easy run, Tuesday speed, Thursday easy, Friday upper, Saturday long run, Sunday rest. So that's going to be your weekly layout for your runs. Now here's going to be the workout plan. So I like to have 5 staple movements that I like to have in my program no matter what. So whether you're doing full body 3 times per week, you're doing upper, you're doing upper, lower, full body, whatever split you're doing, you want to have these 5 movements in there. This is going to be your staple movement that's going to build you your aesthetic physique that you want and be the bread and butter for all of your strength gains and aesthetic purposes. So first one is going to be an incline press. You're going to get a shoulder press, a chin up, a RDL, and then a squat pattern. So those 5 movements are going to be the ones that you focus on getting strong at. All right. So Monday is going to be an incline press paired with a fly. Then you're going to do a lat pull down and then finish off with tricep extensions, ladder raises, and bicep curls. Again, all this 2 sets each within the 4 to 10 rep range. Now, your Wednesday, I love starting off with calf raises and hamstring curls. Having strong calves is going to be the biggest factor for reducing your injury rate when you start running. If you have weak calves, you are going to get injured. You're going to get shin splints. It's going to go up the kinetic chain into your knees, into your hips, and all that. So I love starting off with calf raises first. It doesn't tax the body or your other lifts, and you get a lot of benefits from it. Now, after that, again, I love doing a hamstring curl because not only does this warm up my knees for my squats and my RDLs, hamstrings are one of the most important muscle groups when you are looking at running. So having strong hamstrings is going to improve your running form, running economy, and running efficiency. After you do that, your legs are going to be warmed up, your knees are going to be warmed up, and you can get into your squats and your RDLs with a leg extension and adductor to finish. Now, for your Friday session, you're going to be doing a shoulder press with a weighted chin up. If you can't do weighted chin up, do assisted if you need to. Just grab the bar, rip yourself up, do a chin up, get strong at it. You're going to pair that again with a fly, and then you're going to do a row, and then you're going to finish off with either a tricep dip or a JM press. So that's the workout program there. Again, everything 2 sets, 1 to 2 RIR, weekly set volume 5 to 10, and rep range 4 to 10. So here is the run plan. So as we spoke about before, we have an easy run, a speed run, and a long run. So your easy runs is a comfortable conversational pace. It's a very light effort, and you should have very smooth strides. So you should be able to talk in full sentences here. If you're running with someone or if you're running with yourself, you should be able to hold a conversation. If you cannot hold a conversation, you are going too fast. Now, your easy run, this can be done anywhere from 1 to 10 kilometers. And this is where majority of your runs are going to be. A lot of times you'll be doing a 4K easy run, a 5K easy run, 3K easy run, whatever it is. Let's say, for example, you do a 5 kilometer easy run at a 6:30 pace. If you keep running and stacking up miles on your 5K, you'll find that over time, your aerobic base is going to build. You're going to get better at running itself, and your pace is going to go from a 6:30 down to a 6. So the more you do your easy runs, the faster you're actually going to get. All right. So again, this is going to improve your aerobic base. It's going to help recovery, and it's going to build consistency without excess fatigue. That's why we love easy runs. You can rack up a lot of time on feet without it fatiguing you. Now, for your speed work, so these are going to be pretty much shorter fast-paced efforts with either rest or a jog in between. So this is going to feel challenging. It's going to improve your it's going to improve your speed, and it's going to improve your fitness. So there's so many ways to do speed works, but I'm going to just categorize it into two simple ones for now, which is going to be a tempo run and then intervals. So intervals is something that you do at pretty much a max effort, and then you rest for 90 seconds and then you repeat it. So let's say you want to do a 400-meter repeat. You do 400 meters, rest 90 seconds, 400 meters again, and it's max effort. Whereas tempo run is, let's say you have a 6-kilometer run, majority of that will be at a easy pace, and then you're going to pick maybe 2 or 3 kilometers where you're having a faster pace effort there. This is again going to improve running economy, running efficiency, and you're going to improve your running form as well. And it's getting your body used to just working at those faster paces. So here are a good few sessions that you can try for either intervals or your tempo runs. So for your intervals, you can do 10 times 400 at your 5K pace race. So let's say you want to run a sub 20-minute 5K. You're going to do a 400-meter run, and you're going to repeat that 10 times at a 4-minute pace, because a sub 20-minute 5K is at a 4-minute pace. So whatever your goal pace is, you're going to pick that, and you're going to do a 400-meter run at pretty much max effort, repeat that 10 times. Now for intervals again, you can do the same thing, but you can increase the distance a little bit and do 800 times 6. So 800 meters, 2 laps of a track, rest for 90 seconds, repeat that 6 times. Now, if you want to do a tempo session, this is where you can do a 4-minute fast pace followed by a 4-minute jog, and you repeat this until your desired kilometers is up. So let's say you have a 7-kilometer run. You could do 4 minutes on at a fast pace and then 4-minute jog, and you do that for the duration of your 7 kilometers. Now, another one is going to be 6 times 3-minute progressions. So you start slow and you finish fast. So every minute you increase your pace. So first minute, running a little bit slower. Second minute, you go a little bit faster. And then your last minute, you finish the fastest. And then you go back to your first one and you repeat that 6 times. So that's your speed work and your easy work. Now for your long runs. So long runs are the most important run of your week. So do not underestimate these. Take these very, very seriously. So your long run is basically anything above an hour to an hour and a half in duration. So 1 to 5 hours, if you're doing a 6-hour ultra marathon, whatever it is, a long run is classed as anything pretty much over 1 to 1.5 hours. So the long run is so powerful because it not only builds your aerobic base and endurance, but it strengthens your body as well. It improves your fuel efficiency and it develops your mental toughness all at once. And you're also going to learn how to navigate through hard times in those later kilometers. You're going to learn how to fuel as well throughout the race, when to take your gels. Do you take them every 20 minutes? Do you take them every 25 minutes? How do you feel? Do you want to take 40 grams of carbs per hour? Do you want to take 60 grams of carbs per hour? How do you feel? This is where you trial a lot of your stuff on your long runs so that when you get to race day, you have a good plan of what you want to do. So long runs are very, very, very important. So do not skip them. So that's pretty much everything for the plan. So just to run through this all again, you're going to do 3 runs per week and you're going to do 3 gym sessions. You're going to do an easy run, a speed run, and a long run. You're going to do an upper split, a lower, and an upper. 80% of your easy runs are going to be easy. The other 20% will be a little bit harder. For your gym sessions, 2 sets per exercise, 4 to 10 rep range, 1 to 2 RIR, weekly set volume around 5 to 10. Now for your weekly layout, I will again recommend 3 runs per week. So get this on your calendar, put it in your notes if you need to, take a screenshot. Monday, upper. Tuesday, speed workout. Choose either one of the tempo sessions or an interval session, doesn't matter. Wednesday is going to be a leg day, followed by Thursday, which is going to be your another easy run. Friday, your upper body session, and then your Saturday is going to be your long run. And then Sunday is going to be your rest. So again, take a screenshot of that if you need. For your workout program, I just went through that again, so I'm not going to go through it again. Take a screenshot if you need, but the main thing to remember is going to be your 5 staple exercises: incline press, shoulder press, chin up, squat, RDL. Get strong with those movements. Learn what your easy runs, your speed runs, and your long runs are, and you'll be fine. Now, I'm going to take you into a little bit about recovery as well. This is very important, but most of your recovery is literally going to come down to fueling before and after your session so that your body is replenishing the glycogen that is lost and getting enough sleep. Also just eating an overall healthy diet, majority whole foods, and you'll be fine. But I want to dive a little more into, the foam rolling, the ice bath, the sauna, all that stuff that you see on Instagram. Should you do it? Should you not do it? Let's get into it. So foam rolling and mobility. So what it does, foam rolling and mobility work basically helps manage soreness. It can improve movement quality and it keeps joints healthy. All right. So some of the benefits is it can reduce muscle tightness or perceived soreness. So most times it won't actually heal anything, but it can make you feel better. So it can improve ranges of motion as well. It can enhance blood flow, and it can help maintain good lifting and running mechanics. So when should you do it? You should do this daily if possible, and you should try to do it after your sessions, because when you're after your workout sessions, your muscles are already warmed and primed, and they're going to be more susceptible to getting massaged. Whereas if you try to do it before your session when your muscles are tired, it's not really going to be doing much. All right. Sometimes before your sessions, you can do it to, again, enhance a little bit of blood flow, but I would say the foam rolling too afterwards. Now, things you should look out for is, only foam roll for probably 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes being like the max. It can be, can be quite boring, and 10 minutes is probably a little bit excessive. But for mobility drills, make sure you're stretching out your glutes, your hip flexors, your calves. A lot of these mobility drills are actually going to help you out a lot. So again, focus on your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hips, your spine, ankles. Now, a good rule of thumb is short and consistent beats long and occasional. All right. Now, ice baths and sauna. This is the Instagram glory, So ice bath. So basically these tools help manage fatigue and improve recovery between sessions, but they do not replace sleep or nutrition. Like I said before, nutrition and sleep is going to be the number one factors for your recovery. If those two are out of whack, there's going to be no amount of foam rolling, no amount of ice bath, or no amount of saunas that's going to fix it. These can just complement those of that little bit more. So ice bath or cold exposure. So the benefits of this, it can reduce inflammation and muscle soreness. It can help manage fatigue during high training loads, and it can improve mental resilience as well. That's probably the most underrated aspect of doing ice bath, is because it's fucking hard. When something's really hard and you don't want to do it and you end up doing it anyway, you're rewiring your brain to do hard things when you don't want to do it. And that's going to transition into your running when you've got workouts ahead of you, or you're stuck later on in your kilometers, like into a 10K run, and you're like, wow, I really don't want to do this. This is hard. You're rewiring your brain to do hard things whether you want to do it or not. So that's a very underrated aspect of your ice bath. Now, when to do them. So you can do them after your hard run sessions or long runs or heavy lower body lifting, but I wouldn't do it immediately after hypertrophy training, because it can reduce the inflammation, which means we're stopping blood flow going to the muscles. And if your goal is muscle building, you want to get those nutrients into your muscle as quickly as possible. So most times I would save this for just after your runs. Now, you can do this for 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is very excessive. I would probably recommend anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Frequency can be anywhere from 1 to 3 per week. Now, sauna. Or heat exposure, as I say. So benefits. So this can increase blood flow and relaxation. It can support cardiovascular health as well, and it helps with muscle relaxation and stress reduction. So it can improve sleep quality as well. But all these are very hit or miss if they actually, work or not. But when to use them. So you can use them on rest days, or you can use them on easy training sessions. Now, you can use these in the evening to down regulate and relax so that you can have a better night's sleep. But again, a lot of it is going to come down to, like not having coffee before you go to bed, staying off your phone, but there are still some benefits to sauna and ice bath. And if you do them, most times it's going to do more good than bad, whether that good is even a little bit. So time, you can do this for 10 to 20 minutes. Some people do 30. I wouldn't be on there for too long though, because you can sweat out a lot, get a heat stroke, all these other things. So make sure you're replenishing your your electrolytes afterwards, because you are going to be sweating a lot. Now you can do this 2 to 4 times per week. And again, hydrate well and replace supplements after sauna use. That's going to be very, very important. So you don't want to deplete all of your sweat glands, or not sweat out of your glands, and then start cramping up when you're running because you're not replenishing with electrolytes. Right, so now on to the last one, sleep. This is going to be the non-negotiable. Sleep is going to be the most powerful recovery tool that you have. There is going to be no supplement. There is going to be no food. There's going to be no ice bath or sauna that can replace this. This is the best thing that you can do. So obviously the benefits of sleep is going to be muscle growth and repair. It's going to regulate your hormones, your testosterone, your growth hormone, everything like that. It's going to improve coordination, reaction time, and endurance, because you are not going to be sleep deprived. And it's going to increase your mood as well. So why the fuck would you not want to feel better? It's going to increase your motivation as well. And it's going to decrease injury prevention. Wait, is that right? Increase or decrease? It's going to help with injury prevention. Now, when should you do this? Obviously, every fucking night. Now, consistency obviously matters more than perfection, but we want to aim for a minimum, on average, 7 hours of sleep per night. If we can get 7 hours of sleep per night, that's going to be good. Anywhere above that, from 8 to 9, is going to be great. So if you can, please just get a minimum of 7 hours per night, because this does compound interest over time. If you're only getting 6 hours of sleep per week on average, and you just bump that up to 7, that's an extra 7 hours of sleep per week, extra 14 every 2 weeks, and so on. So just 1 hour per night, compound interest over a long time period. So simple sleep tips: limit screen time. All right, 60 minutes before bed. Don't doom scroll before bed. I do that sometimes, and every time I do it, I struggle to fall asleep. What you can do as well is use blue light blocking glasses before you go to sleep. If you are going to be using your phone at night, blue light goes into your eyes and it's going to keep you awake. So if you do have them, use blue light blocking glasses. Keep the room cool and dark. It's very hard to sleep when it is hot, all right? And there's lights on. So keep the room cool and dark. Now, avoid caffeine 6 to 8 hours before sleep as well. I know some people finish work at 6 o'clock and then they down pre-workout. There's nothing inherently wrong with this, but sometimes it can mess with your sleep. So you kind of choose what one is more important. If you're training late at night, try go for a non-stim pre-workout with all the benefits of a pre-workout, just without the caffeine. So it's still got your citrulline, your beta-alanine, your taurine, alpha-GPC, everything. It's still got everything. You're just not having the caffeine with it, and not having enough calories to support your training. So if you're under eating, it's going to make it harder to fall asleep because your stress is higher, and our body doesn't want to sleep when it's under stress. So the framework for this simple recovery framework: daily is going to be 5 to 10 minutes of mobility or foam rolling. Hard days is going to be an ice bath. This is optional. Easy and rest days is going to be sauna and some light mobility. And then every single night is going to be 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So there we have it, guys. That is the full framework for being a hybrid athlete and getting fucking jacked. So please, if you do have any more questions about this, shoot me a message on Instagram, Kyle Martin PT, and I'll be happy to help you out. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some value from it. If you want to share this link to a friend, hopefully they can get they can get fucking jacked as well, because who doesn't want to help their boys out as well? And running is so much easier when it's with friends. So if you want to build up a community of people, send this to your friend, get them fucking jacked as well. With that, I'll see you out.